What do you think happens to you if he wins?
Well, I'm out of here. I mean, I'm already working on a foreign passport with a completely different name. I don't know how it's going to work as far as dealing with my wife and my children. I certainly don't want them moving to where I'm looking to go. But I don't think yourself, the president of MSNBC, General Milley, Liz Cheney, how many people has he turned around and said that these are people that I intend to go after if I have the ability to? And the worst is the Supreme Court's recent decision that gave him immunity, presidential immunity. Now he thinks it's not only is it I can do whatever I want, but I can't even be prosecuted. It's a get out of jail free card solely for the president.
So you're out of here. You'd leave the country.
I have no choice.
Unbelievable state of being. Michael Cohen,
I'll still be available to you, but by remote.
By encrypted remote. Thank you for spending time with us today.
It's always good to see you.
A few moments later.
I turned around and I said that there's no chance in the world that I'm leaving my country. Thank you very much.
This man is a liar. He's a liar. He had a live stream on TikTok. He was trolled. A simple question: if he is leaving the United States now that Trump is the next president, he changed his mind. He now tells us something different. I knew at the beginning that this man is a liar. Never believe any single word that comes out of his mouth. That is the conclusion I did. Crazy, right? Yes, few weeks ago, I saw this guy on NBC and the view spewing out nonsense to sabotage Trump campaign, saying, oh, if Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. I was shocked when I saw this. Look at this. That is to tell you how these people operate. He is full of lies. Then tell me if this man can actually say something you believe.
No problem. Wow. Genius you are.
This is the third day. I'm putting out videos how people are hurting down and it's not ending. But I'm sure that they will recover. They can't even still believe till that Trump won. This lady is fond of it, calling out Trump on TikTok on every single episode. I saw this video. I could not bypass. I just want to show you what exactly she said before we go into this Joe Rogan video.
I don't think that our beloved country, America, knows what it's in for with a fascistic society and dictator. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not being dramatic. I have said this on tapes before, but I am shocked and crushed at how many people I personally know did not vote or felt like there was no difference between the candidates or just were too self-involved to learn anything about it. And that makes me sad. Just because I live in California and have a lot of protections other states don't, doesn't mean there won't be a federal ban on abortion. And although I know that's sort of funny, me worrying about abortion, but just being a lifelong feminist, I worry about all of it. And the fact that the boys should be just as worried, because if you're really living in sort of the Trumpian, Christo-fascist, mega church, I think Trump is stopping child world, then if your son gets a girl pregnant and they're both 15, then you, of course, will force that they marry and keep having as many Duggars as possible. So it's going to be a Duggar America, everybody. Remember how that one ended? Okay, you know what? We're going to keep fighting. And, Trump will crumble. I mean, he's not looking too healthy these days. And then President Vance will be terrifying and horrible because he's as crazy as Trump, but he's smart. So, and the way things are going in this country, it could then get reelected. We could have President Vance for 8 years, which I kind of wish some of my friends had thought about yesterday that weren't voting. So now we're paying the price. And
we saw the same lies during the campaign. Trump made it clear, like, I'm not here to do this, I'm not here to do that. Even after the election, for them to stay silent and wait to see if Trump will actually do what Democrats spew and the mainstream media throughout, we all know, were all lies. They can't even be patient. She's not patient to wait to see if Trump will ban abortion nationwide. I don't get it. If they lied to you once, why just take it all through on your brain? Pretend like you never heard. We saw how Trump debunked what Kamala campaign put out repeatedly. She's still here to spew this. Another lady went on a rant saying, oh, I'm going to deprive any man of sex. We will not have anything to do with men again. We are going to remain dry throughout. It is a good thing if you can preserve yourself to that extent. It's a nice thing. I appreciate you for doing that.
How would you explain that to a 14-year-old today? How would you explain this election?
I'll try not to think about my boys, because...
Yes.
Not that my content reaches a lot of men because I have an IQ of 130, but I want the men in this country to know that half the female population, we're dry. We're probably gonna stay dry. I'm dry as a desert, baby, and I don't want it to change. Yeah, we're not gonna like you anymore. You understand that? Like, it doesn't matter if you take away abortion. Like, we'll want to have your babies even less, right? Even if you take away contraception, like, women are really good at celibacy because you guys are actually a threat to us.
God is faithful. Yeah, He's faithful. If you have people around you like this, you need to be extremely careful. This has exposed a lot of these people. Joe Rogan says Trump elections win is one of the first time there's a real chance to make real tangible change for the good of everyone. The great American comeback is here. Rogan said Trump's greatest strength will be the new talent he has on his team. You elected, but along with that you have RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, and JD Vance.
But it's Donald Trump as the messenger was so polarizing that people lost what's really going on just based on who this guy is, who has, like, just like Tony Hinchcliffe is an insult comic, Donald Trump's entire career is, you're fired. Yep. You're a loser. Rosie O'Donnell's a loser. Like, that's his whole shtick. And you expect him to course correct once he gets into office? No, he's not. That's not who he is. You elected that guy.
I mentioned that guy's name. He's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway, it's just my thought bubble out loud. We took a look at some of their reactions to the news of Trump's win. Look at this.
Hey there. How are you doing? If you watch the show regularly, I'm guessing you're not doing great. Yeah, me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one? Now's the time to stand in solidarity with our friends, with our neighbors.
Well,